What's up, guys? It's Friday, and this is podcast episode number 2. Got a few things to talk about. On Monday, I told you my to do list. I did all my laundry. That's the easy one. I kind of cleaned the garage, but I missed. I missed trash day. I don't know what happened. I just forgot. We just have a full garbage can now. I said I was gonna fix my bike. I called a couple places. I need to bring it to more than one garage. I might just have to bring it to a dealer, and the closest one is not anywhere close to here. So that's going to be a project. If I don't have it this summer, I'm going to freak out, like go insane. I cleaned the kitchen. It looks nice. I filed my taxes. I paid my tax bills. I paid one of my parking tickets. Some of you know that I do Tough Mudders a lot. I have all my Tough Mudder stuff hanging up over there. Just the other day, I went online, I registered, I paid, and there's a box that says, check here, like an extra $5 if you want the option to return your registration and get your full money back. Nah, I don't need that. Probably like an hour later, my stepdad texted me and said, hey, June 18th, your sister's getting married, so be there. I don't know how to get my money back. So my sister's getting married. That's a whole nother story in itself. My whole family is pretty convoluted. So, 1992, my parents have me. 3.5 years later, they have my sister, right there. That one's me. My two birth parents were never married, so they separated when I was like 5 or something. My mom got married to my stepdad, and they had Jake. I love that face. And then they had Josh. Don't tell anyone, but he's probably my favorite. And then they had Henry. And then my dad got married, and he had Isabel. I call her Izzy. 2-3 years ago, my stepdad got a phone call from his ex from way back in the day and basically said, hey, you've got a daughter. Come meet her. She's 18. So that was kind of crazy. But, everything worked out. We all got to meet her. She's really cool. She lives right around here. Alright, what was I talking about? Oh. So the mother, I'm going to have to probably reschedule that, but that's okay. I got a lot of homework done. It sucked. My sleep schedule has been really off this week. Like, 2 nights ago, I was up till 4, and then I slept until 1. So, my schedule is just really messed up. Hopefully I can get it back on track before school starts, but I'm going to the casino tonight, so I don't think I'm going to get much sleep there either. I love going to the casino, but I only play certain games. They're designed to take your money. So, there's just certain machines that I'll never play, like slots. Why would anyone play those? You just sit and go, and then it takes your money. Mostly I go to the poker room and I play Texas Hold'em. My roommate was turning 21 just last week. So we went Thursday night, got out of class, and just went straight to Foxwoods. So every time I go to the casino, I actually make money. I go play poker. This time was different. This time I got pretty unlucky. So I sit down at the table, I start talking to everyone. Everyone seems pretty cool. By the way, I'm the youngest by at least 20 years. Like, everyone there was old AF. But that's how poker is. Every poker room you go to is going to be like, everyone's in their 50s, and then a random 20-year-old. So, but I had a great time. Everyone there was friendly. There were like 2 or 3 hands that kind of defines my gambling night. I get 2 kings, right? I'm dealt 2 kings. So I know right away, with my stack, I'm going all in this hand right now. What ended up happening was I had 2 kings. The guy sitting right here, 2 seats to my right, had 2 queens. The woman to his right, who was directly across from me, she had ace 7, which is nothing compared to 2 kings. Before the flop, betting is going around. She bet something crazy, like $40 on ace 7. $40. He calls and I just say, all right, I have to do it. All in. Guy down here calls also, and then it comes back around to her. She calls me all in. With A7. Oh, I can't get over it. He thought that she had aces. I knew I was beating her, but he thought she had aces. So he folded. On the flop, there's an ace. Already losing. She got pretty lucky, but, that's poker. So then I was out. I still had $60 in cash, so I bought back in. And then, like, another half an hour goes by. I get kings again. I go all in. And the dude next to me hits a club on the turn and a club on the river to hit a flush. You know that picture of like the white, it's like a cat or something, and it's just going. That was me. So I lost like $200 that night, but it was still a fun time, and I'm going again tonight. So I didn't get to everything on my list, but I did a lot more than a lot of stuff that wasn't on this list too. So I got a lot done this week. I'm pretty happy, and there's still 2 more days. Although tomorrow I'll be hungover all day. So there's just one more thing I wanted to add. For those of you who are interested in investing at all, if you have $5, seriously, I'm going to tell you 2 apps that I like a lot. One is Robinhood. Looks like that. What Robinhood does is allows you to invest very, very small amounts. Right now, I have $18. That's it. When you're investing, no matter how much you're going to invest, you have to do the research. You have to know which companies to invest in, or you're just going to be throwing your money in the toilet. Based on the research that I had done at the time, I invested in GE. And over the course of 3 weeks, I made $15. It's not bad for the amount of money that I put into it. The other important thing I think is invest in companies that you like, or at least like reading about. Otherwise, it's just a hassle to check your stocks every day. The other company I invested in is called Mad Catz, and they make like gaming controllers and gaming headphones and stuff like that. They're just a company that I like. Checking that stock every day or every week wasn't a hassle for me because I enjoyed reading about the company. And I think the same goes for if you guys want to use this app, or if you guys are thinking about investing, invest in companies that you like, because you have to do the research, you have to read about them on a weekly basis just to keep up with your stocks, or you're going to be throwing money away. Or you could get really lucky and make thousands of dollars without checking it ever. So don't listen to me. But I really like this app. It's called Robinhood. Everyone should get it. It's completely free, like 100% free. So if you're just trying to invest, $20, get this app. So then the other investing app that I really enjoy is called Acorns. Acorns, I think a lot of you have probably heard about this one. What Acorns does is it'll link to your bank account. So I hooked it up to the bank account where I use my debit card the most. Every purchase that I make, this app will round to the nearest dollar, take that extra, few pennies, and invest it. Now with this app, you don't get to choose which companies you invest in. They set up a portfolio for you and invest for you. So based on just my last few purchases, I've rounded up and deposited about $5.40, and you can link multiple bank accounts, and you can make a daily deposit or a weekly deposit. And this app is something where if you just shut the app off and walk away for a month, you can come back later and have extra money. You'll have a lot of money in this account. So I set it up so that it automatically does that for all of my purchases that I ever make on my debit card. It's going to round to the nearest dollar and invest that amount. So if I shut this app off and walk away for 3 months, I'm going to come back with a decent amount of money in this account. Now, with this app, you don't get to choose the companies that you're investing in. Basically, what you can do is choose 5 different levels of investing. Conservative, and they will invest more in bonds, including government bonds. if you want to be aggressive and invest aggressively, they'll invest a lot in small companies and emerging market stocks. I haven't had this app for very long, so my total gain loss is plus 0.06%. I encourage you guys to check them out. They're pretty cool. And I think as business students, it's a good idea just at least to try to practice a little bit with investing. So I also told you guys I was going to listen to some new music. And I listened to 3 different albums. I listened to J. Cole, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, which I loved. It was very good. Now, here's the thing. When I say I loved it, I sat down and I listened to the entire album, and I enjoyed it. Are there any songs on that album that I am now going to go put on a playlist somewhere for me to listen to later? Probably not. But I enjoyed listening to his music. Next, I listened to Kanye. I think it was College Dropout. And I hated it. Honestly, hated it. Kanye is awful. How do any of you guys listen to Kanye? He's so untalented. I'm gonna listen to more of Kanye because I've had different opinions, based on which album is the best and which Kanye is the best Kanye, basically. But again, it was awful. He's so bad. Here's how I feel Kanye works. He's a very good producer, and he makes some cool beats. When he tries to rap, he's pretty bad at it. No rhythm, his lyrics are subpar. So to make up for it, he adds background vocalists and background singers and background noises and all kinds of strange stuff. And when I listen to his music, there's just so much noise, and it sounds terrible to me. Awful rapper. I think he's very untalented when it comes to rapping. So, which I don't even know if you could call him a rapper. I don't know. Kanye is awful. Moving on. And then I listened to one more album. I listened to Kendrick. What is it called? Good Kid, Mad City, I want to say. He's very talented. Again, I enjoyed listening to the album. Am I going to be putting any of those songs on, my playlist? I don't think so. But J. Cole and Kendrick, I enjoy. I think they're talented. Kanye, no thank you, forever. I don't know, guys. I'm trying. So as far as DSP announcements goes, Monday is busy. There's the blood drive in Cants from 1 to 6. We still need some volunteers, please. Then there's a pledge meeting at 6 o'clock. And then we have an officers meeting at 7. And by the way, the officers meetings are fun, I promise you. We get to talk about a lot of cool stuff in the officers meetings. Our general body meetings are normally where we just go to announce something that we've talked about at officers meetings. The officers meetings is where the real magic happens. So I would love for someone to come to that meeting because they're a lot of fun, I promise. And then after the officers meeting, Brad is going to hold a business meeting. So right about 8:30. And we're going to talk about plans moving forward with this business. So, and then again on Wednesday is the community service table in the atrium collecting donations. I honestly think that if we collect, including Rachel's job matching our donations, I think we can get up to $6,000 this year. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities. And obviously that's so much money. That would triple what we did last year, which just shows how much this chapter has been improving over the last year too. So please collect donations. We have a great opportunity to make a big difference here. So I think that's it. That's the whole podcast. Next time I'll have a guest. And I need a name for this thing too. I was thinking, the Pyro Podcast, Delta Sigma Podcast. Just call it the Prezcast or something like that. So let me know what you think. And I think that's it. So have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday.